I wanted to call it off too.
Corey wanted to go up, and he was a dedicated shot caller, so I didn't want to like. I figured even if it was a bad call, we should just do it because it might work.
I figured it was a bad call, but the thing is like he was already there, so it was like, I could just roam up here, and if since it's a 3v1, like it should work. And I was expecting that we were gonna pull the flash out, and it's gonna be a free play. And as soon as he had flash, it was like I should just go back down because this is bad play. Should have gave you all the CS and just backed off. I should have called it off, honestly.
Basically, I missed like 2 waves, and then I TP'd back, and I didn't really have too much pressure early in the game.
Okay. Bolo, what'd you do there?
I got indecisive play. Not to gank a wave early with a large minion wave. Probably the top 2.
Okay. What about you, Sudsy? You already mentioned a couple things, but what else?
The amount of stress that you build on yourself naturally is kind of difficult to put off. Because, like, it's not like anything was different this game than usual, but I think it's just, like, the fact that I was kind of pushing myself to do shit. I think I was making more rash decisions than usual.
Okay.
So if I could work out next time, I think maybe I should just be more calm and act like everyone's there making shot calls with me instead of just I'm, like, alone. Just, you know, be more receptive.
Being more mindful and receptive. Okay. What about you, Vex?
I feel like we could have all in like bought like a bunch of times and we just weren't confident enough.
Okay. So work on practicing your all-ins. How often do you and Niji duo queue?
Never.
Okay, you guys
play, like,
you guys
once
need
together.
to start duo queuing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
well,
that's-
I gotta play on my Smurf then, cause I'm challenged.
Yeah, like if you have to make new accounts, I don't really like. You guys need to duo queue together so that way.
I
guys
do not be
build synergy.
D1 right now, but
So.
Hey, dude. It's not that bad here.
no, it's pretty bad.
I feel like we're getting a lot better though. Like at the beginning we were so bad. Now we're like actually winning lane.
Yeah, but part of that, like, it'll increase a lot faster if you guys actually play together and you know what each other are thinking and doing and planning. So you guys need to do that. Right? Same reason I would tell Johnny and Sudsy to play together to work on ganking, but they already play together. So. Brian, I would say the same thing with you and Johnny. Like, to practice on, like, calling ganks in, knowing minion wave, stuff like that. But I know that you're busy with work, so not that that's an excuse, but when you do have time, you should play with him if you can. Niji, what did you learn?
I learned, so I do agree that sometimes we play too safe ball lane. Like, I just, like, guess we're a little bit insecure on, like, whether we're gonna get, ganked by the jungler or not, so.
So part of that is called calculated aggression. So, like, if you know the jungler is top lane, then that's where you have those moments of saying, okay, let's just fucking go. It's go time, right? And that's why it's so important to know where the jungler is, because if you know where the jungler is, then you can make those calculated aggressive plays.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, I mentioned that so much. Okay, well, where's the enemy jungler at right now? Okay? So, that's why that's really important. So, one of the things I want you guys to think about, okay, is looking at us going into NACS qualifiers. Who are we going to be playing against? Think about that. Who played in the last NACS qualifiers?
C9.
They got
C9's
disqualified
through already,
though.
though.
All people who got to play the game a lot probably were had investors and were getting paid, right? The top 2 teams who made it weren't just random teams, right? I'm pretty sure they were investor-backed teams. Right?
No,
Actually,
they weren't.
no.
They weren't? Were they both random?
Yeah.
Okay,
Isn't-
did they...
Isn't
Which
Energy
teams
in
won?
NACS now?
Yeah, Energy's in. How'd they place in the spring qualifiers, Chris?
What? What's up, Pooh?
Oh, you said the 2 teams that won, or the team that won NACS qualifiers.
Yeah.
You said they weren't sponsor backed, right?
Nope.
Okay, how'd they place in the
Placing what?
like when they were playing in NACS?
They both lost. No, they didn't play yet. They just qualified.
No, I'm talking about last qualifiers when you guys were in the semis. The NACS qualifiers, not the LCS qualifiers.
This is the NACS qualifiers.
Oh, okay.
They
Wait, I
haven't
thought-
played yet.
Are you talking about the open bracket?
Yeah, I'm
thing?
talking about open qualifiers.
Yeah, this is open qualifiers. Both of those teams lost.
Oh, okay.
Dream Team and Cloud9 made it to.
Okay, and so that's what I was. That was what I was getting at. Is the
They
teams
were
that-
already in.
Yeah, so they just didn't get kicked out, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and the reason I'm bringing these up is because I'm almost positive both Dream Team. I know Cloud9 salaries their players. I'm pretty sure Dream Team also salaries their players, right?
They're supposed to.
No, the
There's
the two teams that made it to the finals open qualifiers were the Monkeys and NA players.
Yep.
Wait, didn't the Monkeys salary their players? Because they had Maple Street, didn't? Yeah, they had RF Legendary, Demonte, and Maple Street. I'm almost positive they salaried their players too.
They don't have a.
They
Oh,
paid.
apparently.
I'm pretty sure
Say
they
they
paid their.
don't.
I would be very surprised if they didn't pay their players something.
Apparently that team is now Arsenal. NA players was
What
Give it
I'm
to Arsenal.
getting at is that these players get to play the game a significant amount of time, okay? Because they kind of treat this as their job, which means they're putting in a massive amount of hours in order to practice. And so you guys really need to keep that in mind, that if you can't practice as much, you need to have more efficient practices, right? You need to get as much as you can and do as much as you can to learn from these games, okay? Otherwise, it's not going to matter. And a lot of this is you going out on your own and being like, okay, well, what can I learn? What can I teach my team? You're all in this together as a 5-man, which means you should always be trying to help each other learn. So if you see something random in a solo queue game that a support does, then you'd be like, hey, Niji, I saw this player do this. It seemed to work out. Maybe we could try this, right? Being cognizant of all of your games, jungle pathings. Maybe you see your jungler do a fucking weird-ass jungle path that works out, right? You guys need to start taking every single game that you play, whether it's solo queue or scrims, and you need to learn as much as possible from it. Because I don't think that anyone here can play as much as Cloud9 can play in a day. I don't think it's possible. I don't think all of our players can do that.
Not all of us, but I could.
Yeah,
I
I
probably
know.
played more than Cloud9.
Sudsy, I think that Sudsy and who else? Vex?
Yeah. Well, I could if I
Yeah.
wanted to.
Yeah, I think that you two might be the only two, because Johnny has school. Niji, are you in school?
I can do it too.
Okay, so this is where it comes down to what you guys want and what you're willing to give up to get there, right? And that's really what it is. It's what do you want and what are you willing to give up to get there? Because there's some things that you can't give up. It's like school. It would be silly to ask Johnny to drop out of school because he's 16. His parents would kill him, right? Not a realistic thing, right? So there's only certain things that you can do in order to certain things you have to give up. So maybe it's saying, you know what, I'm not going to go out on weekends as much because I want to make sure that we make it in here, and I'm going to do everything that I can to do it, right? Because if you do everything in your possibility and you can't make it, then I'm not gonna be disappointed in you. And a lot of it might be chalked up to the fact that, you know what, venture capital organizations are coming in. There's a lot of money starting to be poured into the scene. And that's just might be the way that is. But if you practice that hard and you get that good, then whether or not we make it as a team, I have faith that you guys can all make it in there solo, if that were not to happen. So it's really important for you guys to put in the work and do whatever you can to be the best players you can be, okay? And part of this is teaching me things that you see too. Because there's 5 players and I watch games and I watch a lot of macro, but I miss things too. I only have 2 pairs of eyes. Right, all of us together, that's 6 pairs of eyes, right? It's a lot of information to be able to take in and learn and teach each other. And that's how we will be the best team, is if we all help each other, push each other, and help each other, we will make it into NACS. It's not a question in my mind. But everyone needs to be committed and willing to do that. Okay?
That's true.
So,
I need to try to use my solo queue time more efficiently, because I don't have much time to do it.
mhm.
I just play like random champs on my Smurf. Like Jason stuff. Probably isn't too viable anyway.
So, but that's all I have. Good night, Brian. Sleep well. Good luck at work tomorrow. If you guys want, I will be casting LMS at 5 a.m. until I think it'll probably go until I'm guessing 9 or 10. So I'm casting it with Captain Flowers the next 3 days. So I have to be up at 4 a.m. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So.
Alright. I'll see you soon.
Okay, see ya.
See you, Brian.
Disconnected from your channel.